Alright, welcome everyone, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mushoku Tensei, OVA number 1.
Alright, yeah, so we have our first bit of bonus content.
Indeed.
Yeah, more Mushoku Tensei is great. So
that is always a good thing.
That, yeah.
But given how the last episode went, I would not be surprised if this was something that focused on maybe some non-core cast characters.
Yes, like Paul.
Yeah.
Maybe having to go and do his searching.
Yep. I would love to see that. Like, doesn't have to be that, but he has been through some shit, let's just say. And so seeing that would be pretty cool.
Seeing that would be pretty cool. The kind of things that I feel like we would potentially get here, it's really like limitless in terms of what they choose to focus on, because there's a lot of side characters that we haven't seen in a while. So it's more the thing of where, based on what the next episode in the anime proper will kind of do, it's the question of how integrated will it be with either just the previous episode or this previous episode and the next episode.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Given that Roxy is out there, that's another thing
true.
that we
could focus on Roxy. That'd be a lot of fun.
Zenith, just knowing that she's okay and everything, that could also be a huge portion of this as well. Getting a little bit to know maybe even Ruijerd, potentially.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for this. Having just the knowledge that the studio that's working on this is putting their all into just making this production as excellent as possible.
Like, the amount of good faith I have for this show of just yes, do whatever you want.
Yes.
Like just please, more.
Yeah, more is the main thing. Just more! So, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, cool. Whoa.
I love this decision for the art style. Huh.
Jeez. Okay. Adventurers. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. That looks good.
Looks like a euro.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want euros, man.
Me too.
Catching a cat that doesn't want to be caught is damn near impossible.
Right.
Oh my god, girl.
Just a day in the life of Eris.
Yeah, maybe.
Some good old racial discrimination in the civilized city.
Shit.
Technically, they didn't even draw them. Nice.
The left ear.
No doubling up on ears.
Yeah. Oh, is this the kid?
Yeah, I think so.
In the very beginning bit thing? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Wow.
Which one is she talking to?
She's gonna...
Oh no, two Baka kids have... Right, yeah, here we go.
She's gonna understand what Rudy went through. Yeah. He spun.
noise! Oh god. Oh god. I
I was kind of into that.
yeah, exactly. Of course it did. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Oh my god, please, let's have a magic duel.
Yeah. Or she uses him as, like, bait. Sends him in first.
Yeah.
Poor goblins.
Yeah, I feel bad for them, yeah. Explosion! Jesus Christ. Well, there go all their ears.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Might need to handle them delicately in the bag, otherwise they'll, you know, crumble up and stuff, but...
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
God, this is so cathartic.
Yeah.
It's so cathartic.
The way his smile was like still on there as his face was starting to deform.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well,
oh, no.
shit.
Oh my god. Please. I can just... This kid's gonna die.
Yeah. That or be so mentally traumatized from the things that happen that he'll just be like, nope, I'm never being an adventurer.
Yes. Make forests scary again.
Mm-hmm. Places where things can sneak up on you.
God, I love it. That first thing, enter the forest, they're already lost. Oh yeah, use your magic, fly up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. Yeah. Whoa, she's just listening to the sounds of the forest.
Yeah.
Dang. Wow. Wow.
Oh no, I was talking about my other teacher.
Oh shit, wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is some shit. What is this? Oh shit. Assassins.
Yep. That voice of the girl sounds familiar.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, this is some religious intrigue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's very clear then. Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah!
Shit! Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Good move! Oh!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Yeah, and then the casual just toss away.
Whoa, 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 whoa! She kind of looks like Zenith. Just a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, it does. A bit.
Yeah. Dead.
But one got away.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, she's so cool!
Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
Oh.
Nice.
Well done, Eris.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a magical glamour.
Exactly.
助けたお礼は帰り道を教えてくれればいいわ。それならこのテレーズが前例を持って帰り道を誘導させていただきましょう。
All right. Oh,
Okay.
good horse. Okay.
何よその格好。
これは気にしないでください。
He doesn't want them to know who he is.
I think it's the girls specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Master Cliff.
Oh, he's been shadowing.
Yeah. That's right, because Rudy asked him to do that just in case things went badly.
Yep. Oh. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Oh, that's.
私たちもここで解散ね。
Yeah.
エリスさん、結婚してください。まさかルーデウスとかいう先生と。ルーデウスというのはどういう人なんですか？
ルーデウスはすごいのよ。魔術を無縁賞で出せるんだから。ルーデウスは水星級魔術師なんだから。私より背は小さいけど、この間だって北西に一人で勝ったの。
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's more than that. It's not a power thing. Oh, this is amazing.
He wasn't even listening to what
No.
she said. He didn't hear he's even smaller than me, but...
そろそろ帰りますね。
あ、そうじゃあね。
Okay.
ルイゼルド、あなたもどこか行ってたの？
Ah, maybe, you know?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
God, I love Rui Jude.
Wow.
It's like, no way.
Oh,
Really?
way to go for saving her.
Yeah. Good.
クリフ様、大変でございます。クリフ様の教鞭を取られていた先生方が
Oh, shit.
倒れられたそう。
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Ha.
ただいまルーデウス。さっきこの魔術を通して
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
誰よ、誰にやられたの？
This is cool. So we're getting this kind of contextual, like,
ルーデウス。
stuff with regards to what was going on alongside the previous episode.
Wait, is he gonna write something about how, someone called Rudeus is the one who killed
I don't know.
the people in the forest?
I don't know. Eris the Goblin Slayer, though. That's
Yeah.
it's a funny name for an episode. All right, we have our first OVA, and it's essentially a new episode. Just another episode.
Fun stuff.
Rudeus is not the focus of the episode at all.
Yep.
He's not even really in the episode, except for the point to show us where we are in time, which is cool. Okay, this is
And
nice.
this-
And yeah, it's a little adventure that Eris went on.
Yep. And it's also cool that we get to see it as a separate episode because since as soon as Eris got back, she
Yeah.
realized there was something more important than, telling Rudy about her journey and her awesome
Yes.
adventure.
Yes.
We, the audience, wouldn't necessarily know how that went unless we get to see it like this. Cool.
Right. Yeah.
Great.
So now she's like, okay, what the hell? Who who made you feel like this? So
Yep.
then let's go
Right.
from there into the next episode. Now, okay, this new character, Cliff.
Yeah.
He was given a very unique style of backstory delivery. His family was killed.
Yep.
Don't know who those people were, but they were killed. He ends up being basically an orphan in the streets. He's wandering around. Some kind of holy-looking man picked him
Right.
up. Might be the Pope, the current Pope.
And it almost
That's
even
a possibility.
it almost looked like the people who killed his parents might have been Temple Knights because they had armor.
They did have armor.
That looked very similar to that
Yeah.
whole style.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was like a I think where we're supposed to make that connection, but yeah, it very well,
right, because
could be.
the scene and how it was portrayed and stuff was very like low detail for the most part comparatively to like the rest of the show, you know,
Yes.
and it was wonderful. I loved it, but so you know, who knows how much specifics we're supposed to take from this as opposed to like general impressions of what happened.
Right, exactly.
As far as having the choice to have a scene like this that is so different from the usual style to introduce a character, that makes Cliff seem like he's going to be very important in the story moving forward.
Yeah.
Because you don't just do that for like, you know, for like Sylphie, you know, or Roxy or, you know, like anything like that. So this is curious.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just doing it differently this way because we're not focusing on Rudy. So therefore we can like have him be sort of like the perspective character in some ways, even like alongside Roxy or Eris, or maybe even more than Eris, because then he runs into Eris and like, yes, you know, we get to see that sort of outside looking in perspective. But
yeah, I think what was great about this was it was very much just getting that like second person perspective, like very limited, like, okay, these two, there they are, they're going about doing their thing. We don't really get too much internal thoughts of their characters outside of the point where Cliff was thinking about, she's so beautiful, and
right,
Rudeus, there's nothing I can do against him.
The mental image that he had of Rudy, oh man, that was great. Like, shows that he's just completely not listening to what she's saying, but then also like any time in anime that you get the like character misunderstandings where like you just get to see, this person must be like this. I love those. Whether it's like they haven't met the person or whether it's like they're in love with the person and so they see them as like completely not how they actually are,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
That was great fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Like the comedy in general for this episode I feel like was on point, and yet we still got a lot of very curious world building stuff.
Yeah, this was not as much of a heartfelt episode as it was a world building episode, because by focusing on Eris has a lot of aspects of her personality that are kind of screw loose kind of aspects here. She's very much, you know, fly by the seat of her pants.
Yep.
No self-control. The most self-control she had really was basically the initial impression of, no, we shouldn't go into the forest right now because, well, it's going to be dark soon. But all it took was to be like, oh, you're going to get scared?
She's like,
chicken, you know?
Right,
And
exactly.
she's like,
nobody
fine,
calls me chicken, Cliff. Nobody.
Right. So we end up getting caught in the midst of the soon-to-be Pope, like, replacement, and the Pope's assassins, who aren't even technically assassins by trade, but are the teachers of freaking Cliff. So
that was a wonderful little twist. Like, I loved that so much.
But the fact that means then that Cliff has a very small likelihood, of not necessarily just being connected to the Pope, but being the Pope. Like that is actually a small percentage of likeliness. Like, very small percentage. I think the Pope is probably an old man, you know, potentially.
Yeah.
Because that's what it seemed to be that they were implying here.
Right.
But that could have been a long time ago, and he could have died and passed on everything.
Maybe I feel like if I were to take a spitball from the opening scene, is that the Pope basically took him in to be a pawn of some kind, and it looked like at one point.
A pawn.
Hold on.
Okay.
And at one point they were having him try on all these different outfits, and one of them looked to be some kind of religious garb. I would not be surprised if this would have been an attempt by the Pope to basically bring up his successor to be someone that he, like, is kind of in his pocket, and like, you know, he can control the way that they think and, you know, how they race and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, maybe that's going out on a limb, who knows, but there was very clearly some purpose and objective in bringing him in, right? It's not like maybe they do this with you know, orphans on the street all the time, who knows, but it seemed interesting that it was truly trying to find which role best suit Cliff, like what he would actually be good at, as opposed to like, okay, now you must be this, you know, fit this particular
Yeah,
role
I got
that we
that
grabbed
vibe
you
too.
for, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, and that's
Yeah.
that's interesting because then it's
I
like,
think that was more based on profession, though.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Like, most of the stuff in there wasn't really. I didn't get, I looked back on it like a second time here. I didn't see any religious stuff there. If anything, it felt more like the ladies were the one that had the religious kind of
there was
there. Like, this one?
no, the one before that, I
The
believe.
one with the draped cloth over the shoulder here?
I believe so.
This one?
Yeah. Or, well, okay. There were a bunch of them, and one of them looked like it was some kind of potential religious garb.
Well, I can go through them here.
Yeah, that one with the
jewel?
never mind. I guess it's not really important. No, it wasn't that one.
Okay.
But it's something where, when I think about what Cliff could be for whoever grabbed him, whether it was the Pope or someone else, at most it's just we teach you to hopefully be someone who is, powerful either in social status or in capabilities, and then you are indebted to us. You're beholden to us, right? But he seems to have a fair bit of freedom here. They find out, oh, you're good at magic? Okay, you can do that. Oh, and then he goes and decides to, take jobs at the Adventuring Guild and try and fit in like a regular person, right?
Right.
Like that gives me the vibe of someone who's almost like a prince of some kind.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
why
they
I
have to
think
just deal with his every whim.
Yeah, that's why I think he could be the actual Pope, potentially. Is that it's a thing of where he's used to everyone saying yes to him. Nothing being a thing where anyone can say, no, we don't see you as a special person, Like, all the stuff that he does, that he talks about, is about how special he is.
Right.
Right. So the idea that he could be, like, brought in on some level means that if he has any use or what have you, I don't think being a pawn makes sense unless they knew that he had magic before they brought him in.
Sure, that's a good point.
So I don't
Yep.
think that really tracks as much. But
So-
the fact that he has magic now, I could absolutely see him being one where they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make you into something special.
So maybe, so this could be, if he is the Pope, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, then the person who found him, it could be this thing where it's like, the Pope is an icon, but doesn't necessarily, like, we still want to, like, have them be a puppet to some extent, but then how much can they be a puppet? But that could be an explanation for why his instructors specifically were sent after the blessed child.
Right.
Although, if that had happened, I'm curious, like, the person who told him that they died and were probably killed by demons, I'm sure they wouldn't have known because it's a covert operation,
Oh,
right?
totally.
But I could totally see that being like almost like a Joffrey kind of thing where it's like, oh, there's this other person who's even specialer than me. Well, I can't have that. Kill them,
Yeah, and that might be why he was like, no. This is a crazy deal, Eris. Stay back. Don't get involved.
Right.
He knew immediately what was going on potentially.
Right, and yet, I feel like if he was actually the Pope, like, people would recognize him. Like, the vibe that this gives me is someone who's been told their entire life that they're special,
Okay.
but then they go out into the real world and realize that they're not. But if, like, he was the Pope, the people in the Adventurers Guild would be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
I disagree.
Okay.
One of the things that we assume with regards to the Pope is that this is like a thing where the Pope's face is plastered everywhere. That's not necessarily the case. The Pope being someone that could be replaced by this girl, for instance, means that there's a very, very, I would say, specific likelihood that, like, the Pope could be literally anybody. It's just the thing of where this child is the one that is specifically being brought up.
Right, but I feel like that's... I feel like since we have such a close perspective on Cliff's inner thoughts, like, him being the Pope is like, he's definitely somebody, but I feel like that's a bit too far out there. Like,
I think in a fantasy world, there's nothing that's completely off the table. I'm just saying I still think it's like a 5% chance of likelihood.
oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that in terms of what the story has set up, there is only one person that we know of that is also connected to the instructors, and that is Cliff. they said that, you're connected with the Pope. And they're like, yes.
Right.
And then we find out they're his instructors. Therefore, we have the Pope, who's a mystery character, and we have this character that we just got to meet. Oh no, what are the odds?
Well,
I would say probably about a 1 in 20, but that's a chance. That is a chance.
Right. So for the other 95% chance,
it's whoever probably brought him in, right?
Right, is the Pope. And then basically they probably had all of the people like, oh, take care of this person, bring them up, whatever,
bring them
all
up,
of that stuff.
Make them into the best person they can be. Oh, they have magic capabilities. Cool. Then they make them into a magician.
Yep, get them the best tutors for that kind of thing.
Right.
And
yeah. I think that's kind of where we're at right now. And then the story is such that this kid will end up being a big deal in the actual season
long-term
proper.
Plot, potentially.
Right, but then in the season proper. So the OVA is basically here as hey, let's give you a little bit of how they got kind of give you a little bit of contextual information as to how they get roped into the story at all.
Right.
And that's why we focus on Eris right now, because Eris had a chance encounter with this wonder boy, who's so special. God, I loved seeing him get his face beat in because he would not shut up about himself. Holy shit.
This is one of the things where so yes, Eris still has a lot of room to grow with, her violent tendencies and things like that. But seeing the violent tendencies in this way, where it's like, yes, you at least are able to discern that this kid needs to be taken down a peg. Maybe you lay into him a bit too much, But I think healing magic exists in this world.
Yeah, I think Eris was being rather fair in that when she had dealt with him insulting her, which was the part where she kind of went too far. She then just kind of leaves. She keeps leaving the situation.
Right, exactly.
Which is the mark, I would say, of someone who is not looking for a fight, but more just can you just take a hint?
Yep.
And the one time where he, again, steps too, far into sensitive territory, she doesn't, beat the shit out of him. She just hits him once and is like, back off, dude.
Right.
And I kind of like this because Eris is a character that just keeps getting better and better in terms of her emotional range, but still the fact that she's got these problems and stuff and these violent tendencies and stuff.
She is a sorry, I interrupted. Keep going.
Yeah, it's okay. I was just going to say that her violent tendencies are something where we get to see then the points in where she really does want to hit somebody, but she's like
exactly. Because
we see it in restraint.
Right. It's something where you could theoretically classify Eris as a tsundere, right? But I like to think of it more as she's a person with violent tendencies, right? And so it's very satisfying because of all the times that I've seen anime characters get the shit beaten out of them for when they didn't deserve it, right? And you can debate if did he deserve it to that extent or whatever, but it was very cathartic to see him just being an absolute asshole and then realizing, oh, hey, you could run into people who just have a temper and they don't want to put up with your shit.
Yeah. Okay. We've got basically now a through line of a religious political intrigue plot with a kids getting kidnapped potentially parallel thing, with the idea of, on the one hand, we had the kid that was the bully to Sylphie back in the village, but then we now have this kid Cliff, who wasn't kidnapped necessarily, but was definitely picked off the street and raised to this peerage of sorts. But it's still kind of sussy behavior in that we don't really know why he was picked up at all. Because the vibe we get from this religious kind of group here is that they're not really legit. They're more of they don't necessarily believe in doing the good for people and what have you. I get more of the vibe that they're the classic consolidate power, money, and influence so that we can hold on to that for longer and longer.
And so we need loyal soldiers for the next generation, and that's why they grab a kid. Because, like...
Right, and then also why we kill kids that could theoretically shift the power structure with regards to political policies over demons. Because that was the reason why we had that scene in the beginning with the gate and the demons there.
Right.
Was that's the current policy. The current pope wants to change that.
Well, so...
But...
So the guy said he wants to coexist with demons, which, to be fair, that's something that he said in his last moment, so who knows...
His last moments?
Like as he's about to potentially die.
Oh, sorry,
right?
you were playing the pronoun game. I thought you were talking that the Pope said that in his last moments.
Oh, no. The guy said that about the Pope in his last moments, so
Right.
theoretically he could have been trying to, appease his about-to-be killer.
I think because it was in his last moments, he's being 100% honest.
I think so,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I just wanted to throw that out there as, like, a potential possibility. But that makes me think that it could be something where if he's saying that, well, okay, this is maybe silly logic. He's either saying that because it's obvious information or it's new information that he thinks might change the person's mind, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
could it be that the coexistence they're talking about with demons could actually be more akin to the, making some deal with, Laplace or whatever, right? Or
Laplace is dead.
well, is not around, right?
Well, yeah, sorry, not dead,
right.
but
not because
Yeah.
that's the kind of since the current institution is clearly not taking care of demons, and apparently the Pope is they're saying that the Pope's about that. I feel like it wouldn't be too hard for the Pope to change that unless the Pope didn't actually have much power. Unless when the person is saying that, they're not actually necessarily talking about coexisting with demons, but maybe more like using demons,
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a leap. The main
Maybe.
thing we know right now is that the scene in the beginning was there to show that there is discrimination happening against demons.
Right.
The guy said, I don't make the rules, implying the question of, well, who does?
Yep.
Right now, we know that the Pope doesn't actually entirely make the rules if what he said is true, because coexistence with demons is not happening right now.
And yet this is the religious city.
See, this is, you gotta think about this a little bit simpler. The next thing that you could look at here is that the Pope does make the rules, but the tense of what the guy was saying was that the Pope wants in the future coexistence with demons. He wants it, he's not getting it right now, but it will happen. Meaning, the Pope is making steps to have that happen, which could mean also that the Pope is a new Pope, one that might have recently implemented the desire to make that stuff happen.
Yeah, it's something where with the kind of city that we have set up here, and the fact that we're going into a potential intrigue plot, even though who knows how much we'll go into that, because we have the whole situation with Paul and everything, which is the more pressing, immediate, close to the character's sphere of influence.
Yeah, they don't want to stay here.
Right, they don't want to stay here.
I mean, they need money, but they don't actually want to end up here.
Exactly. They could end up being forced to stay here for some reason or other, right? They
probably will.
Right, there's a slave trade going on, so even the stuff that Paul is doing has to be kind of under the table. So I'm sure there could be all kinds of conflicts there that could be really interesting. But how does this religious city work? Okay, there's a pope and a potential new pope, but that's is he voted in? How does this why is this girl the new pope and the current pope can't do anything about it? That seems like it's some other body of people that decide who the pope is.
I think those are pretty easy answer questions. Is that the popes get replaced? This is the way they do it. There's a child that is considered to be the blessed child. Whatever that process is, it doesn't matter. That process is given to the child. The child then doesn't have a choice here. They're just going to be the pope.
Maybe the Pope thing isn't actually a lifetime deal. Because originally when they talked about it, I assumed it was that the Pope was getting really old and was about to die, And so it's this will be the next one. And they just didn't like it, the person. But yeah, maybe it's something where it's you get to be Pope for, 10 years or something. And then, you get switched out for somebody else.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. But all right, that's our OVA. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.